It's a short kickoff. Chris Platt from the 6-yard line. And Platt with a running lane to the outside. Baylor, he was battling an ankle injury himself last week, and on the first play.
And how are his nerves?
Here's Linwood again, and he's out.
Primary issue.
It's Linwood again, going for it here on 4th down. The quarterback sneak, and it's close. They actually might move a receiver to quarterback, like Chris Johnson. If Johnson gets hurt, he's going to air it out here. Going for the top target for Baylor, and there's a penalty flag.
Pass interference. Defense number 3.
The 40-yard line. Play action. Johnson and Katie Cannon. And he's moving the team here.
False start. Offense.
Arm talent here on his first start against TCU on the road.
And he's going to throw it into the end zone here, and it's broken up and picked off. He's on defense, but it's coming back.
Defense number 94.
Team in the FBS to do it. That almost went by the wayside. Johnson running here inside the 10.
40, running the football is such an advantage.
It's 2nd and short. Johnson slipped goal. And here's Linwood. Puts the head down. Linwood is knocked down from the 3-yard line. And Chafin plows forward and gets stood up at the goal line. Pounds is lined up in the backfield. They'll hand it off. Linwood will make that Chafin over the top. And the point after from Chris Callahan. Raining again here in Fort Worth. We had a 45-minute delay due to lightning. Devontae Turpin, true freshman, very dangerous with the ball in his hands, and there he goes. Aaron Green, high snap, and Boykin going to hand it off on the delay. Green was very good in the hole here on 2nd down, and Boykin will throw. Going to air it out. Jump ball, overthrown, incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
And Boykin, as the defender fell down, Jerrison Stewart.
They're going to be in trouble because he won't have to move like he normally likes to.
He moves here, looking for a running lane, and down he goes. Boykin, another pass play. He's going to fire into the end zone. It's caught! As the receiver able to secure it all the way. Baylor and TCU tied at 7. 6 minutes gone by here in the first quarter.
More so than the risk of turning it over.
And here's a big hole for Jefferson.
Won't get a dry ball in the game.
Jefferson again has the first down. Now Johnson to throw, looking deep, gonna fire it, incomplete. They'll run it here on the delay. Jefferson with a first down and more. Breaks a tackle at the 40. They finally knock him down inside the 20. Run by Jefferson. Johnson throwing, and to the 10-yard line.
Throw it as far as you can.
Quarterback run. Johnson runs over a defender.
Hole, he put his shoulder down.
Here's Chafin, another touchdown. If they end up leading the country in scoring, it'd be the 3rd straight year. Temperatures in the high 30s, wind chill in the low 20s. No more lightning though, since it struck about 2 hours ago. Here's Devontae Turpin, had a good return the first time, trying to get to the outside. And Boykin in the air, coming off a touchdown pass. Another deep shot here. What a grab! Running into the backfield here. Boykin, Porter. But Boykin outside the pocket. A flag down.
Howard. Offense number 68.
Defense. Boykin airing it out. Into the end zone. And out of bounds. 3-man rush for Baylor. Boykin steps up and runs at the 30. Now they back off and rush forward. Boykin slings it incomplete. First collegiate start. Hands it off to Shock Linwood. Breaks one tackle. And Johnson slips team. Johnson. And nothing there. Pearson. Turpin is the deep man for the punt by Galitz. And it's secured for the fair catch. Boykin sidearms it out to Nixon. Taking a lot of time off the play clock. Boykin with time and throws that one out of bounds. Down at 8, the play clock at 1. They did not get it off. Possession.
Snap. Delay a game. Offense.
12. Here comes Billings. Look out. Down goes Boykin.
You're going to win.
Links Hawthorne is deep. This is an excellent punt. Hawthorne muffs it. First quarter. Here's Aaron Green. And Oakman can't make the play on Green. Second down and 5. Boykin pulls it back, and the pass way overthrown. All right, Baylor showing that same look. This time they bring pressure on third down. Jump ball, and it's picked off inside the 5 by Howard. And Howard takes it back to the 17. Trailing by 21 in the fourth quarter. They're going to run it here. Corey Coleman getting the call on a rush. Could there be a bowl game or a playoff game as Johnson throws it deep, and this is intercepted. Keep it on the ground here. They will. Kyle Hicks off the right side. And Hicks slams. So far the difference is the rush game. Only about the TCU injuries on defense. Baylor has plenty of them. Boykin a ton of time to throw. Has to try to check it down. We've seen it affect the kicking game too, Tom. Baylor coming after it, and they got close. Hawthorne, who muffed the punt, wants no part of this one. It's on the other hash mark near the 30-yard line. Difference, TCU can't run the ball. Baylor can. And here's Shock Linwood getting to the outside across the 40. Johnson, a sophomore, going to hand it off. Linwood with a big hole. It's another first down.
Man, and put the number of those guys on his wristband.
Linwood, and they finally get him.
I think that's real cool.
Getting the help of a solid run game so far. This pass, well, they just lost their center. Kyle Fuller just left the game. And as the quarterback Johnson tries to run, he lost the ball. And it's picked up by TCU. Josh Caraway on the run. They're not going to catch him. Caraway with a TCU touchdown. Be easy given the rain and the conditions with the wind and also the footing. And a pooch. This is live, and it's slippery. And here's Jefferson straight ahead.
You don't think of this offensive line, but it is a strength.
Jefferson gets drilled. Jefferson upended. Going after the fumble recovery for a touchdown, and here's a bad snap. Galitz gets the punt away, and it's a really good kick. Leading the country, total offense, yards per game, and there was not a running back there, so Boykin loses yardage.
Individual units, which I think is important.
Here's Turpin off the right side. He gets stood up, and last year he ends up finishing 4th in Heisman consideration. Here's a screen pass to Kyle Hicks, and Hicks gets the first down. 40-yard line. Green. You see those jump cuts. Beautiful.
Quarterback as he's been.
Hicks has the first down and gets stoned with Dalton at quarterback. Now starring for the Bengals. Aaron Green for him. We'll see what happens here on 2nd and 10 as Green slips. Arguably the best college football rivalry in Texas. 111th meeting as Boykin heads out of bounds.
It's had something to do with it, and this rivalry has now gotten a little bit chippy, especially after 61-58 last year.
And a lot of spray paint in both schools. Texas next week. Here's Chris Johnson, just his 6th pass attempt of the game, and it's caught.
Two guys together, that's two of the starting offensive linemen, Drango and established line of scrimmage, and the offensive line is where it starts.
High pass. So they've come out throwing the ball here on this possession as Johnson's on the run, and that's a great catch.
Their heads about it.
This is Galitz's 3rd punt of the game. He had 29 all season, the 2nd fewest in college football. The run game going. They throw it out to Turpin in the flat. The pass was behind him.
And Baylor on offense against that type of defense.
Boykin stepping up, and he'll run. And Boykin drilled from behind, lost the ball. Baylor has it. So first down, Johnson's pass caught. The ball on the ground is ruled incomplete.
Two things going against you.
2nd and 10. Johnson, everybody covered, and Johnson throws it away. Was he outside the pocket? There was a receiver in the area. Play clock at 1, and Johnson stepping up. It's a jump pass caught by Linwood for a first down to the 35-yard line.
Downfield, and Muir was very close.
And it is really coming down now. Johnson tried to hit lead. 2nd and 10. Johnson keeping it.
Chris Johnson seems to be handling it up until this point.
Yeah, ball on the ground. Coleman scoops it up, and now they're out of field goal range.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
He's getting more work in this game than he has the entire season. There's 4 punts already. He averages 2 punts a game. And look at that thing just die in the mud at the 14th. Force a punt. after Baylor had the ball in midfield. Here's Green. Here's Boykin keeping on 2nd and 5, and he's able to slip a tackle. Another run play. Green to the outside, and again keep it on the ground here. Green has the first down. Doesn't have any time, but Boykin off a pump fake has a wide open guy, and it's dropped. To go for the block. Now they back off, and they got close anyway. And that's a horrible punt. Baylor had a game without a passing touchdown. They throw it to Coleman, who's back on the field. He slips. TCU will start an offense as we begin the 3rd quarter. Punt by Baylor in that first half. Boykin throwing, and couldn't tell that was going to be set up to be a double pass or not. Boykin running the option here on 2nd and 9. The late pitch. 12 Defensive Player of the Week. The first time he's won that honor. Oakman drills Boykin, and Listenby drops the ball, but a flag.
Pass interference.
Even the rain affecting the microphone of Mike DeFee.
4th down.
They get Listenby, the receiver, for offensive pass interference. It's 4th down. But it was declined, and they're punting anyway. 4th down. And Hawthorne will let this one roll. And that hit a TCU or Baylor player. There was contact. Russell and Jarrett Stidham. Johnson making his first start, and he hands it off here to Shock Linwood.
It's a run between the tackles.
He marked him down only
if he wants to win.
Johnson hit his pass low and incomplete.
It's because of the elements, so that's why I said mentally it's going to be big.
5th punt by Galitz, and done a really good job so far. Boykin with a pop pass, and it's pulled in. First down to the 47-yard line. Keeping is Boykin, playing with that bad ankle. Nation's leader in total offense, over 400 yards a game. He's barely over 100 today. A screen pass is nearly intercepted.
At the top of the screen.
And Boykin going to throw it short to Hicks.
Last 3 attempts, and he's dropped 2 of them.
False start. Offense.
Matt Boggs is out for the year with injury, but Burtonette continues to do a good job. Gets it back to Perry. And this will bounce inside the 10, and TCU's going to down it inside the 5.
Fires backs him up inside the 5.
And Johnson to throw from his end zone. And the pass on the sideline, including a pick. They blitz off the edge, and Linwood
from their own end zone.
Johnson gonna fire it deep, going for Cannon, and he overshot him. There who can catch the punt that you trust. Corey Coleman, perhaps. He has returned some punts this year. This is a good kick by Galitz. Excellent job. Although I don't know if you'd call it an upset, right, if Stanford wins that game. Here's a pass out in the flat to Nixon. And Baylor doing a good job. On 2nd and 7, they run Hicks, and nowhere to go. Drilled at the point of attack. Only 5 years old. Here's 3rd and 7. Boykin waiting, directing, almost falling, getting hit, throws downfield, and it's picked off. No, incomplete. No, it's one of 2 guys. Bram Kohlhausen or Foster Sawyer both played last week. This time it was 14-7 halfway through the first quarter. Johnson's pass is pulled in. Only 7 points have been scored since the midway point of the first.
Offense number 61.
He was actually further downfield than Corey Coleman, who caught the ball. Linwood straight ahead, 24 yards a game. They'll give it to him again on 2nd down, and he gets hammered. On 3rd and long, Johnson taking off. There has been truth in this game. That snap a little to the left of Galitz. And this is going to work out extremely well for Baylor. Turpin saying that's on me, pointing to himself as he runs. First down at the 27-yard line. Here's Aaron Green. Green again. This time finds a running lane. It closes quickly, though.
Keep the football.
They're 1 of 10. Baylor's 1 of 11 on 3rd down, and Green won't pick it up. Quarter. TCU tied the game on a defensive score in the 2nd quarter. Perry's punt will roll inside the 30-yard line and stop around the 23. Just 17. They're going to keep it on the ground.
On Summers.
Chafin again trying to pick a hole.
Curry is injured.
3rd and 4. Chafin. First down in the 34. Chafin And Summers wraps him up, but that's a 6-yard run.
The punt could change this game, certainly in field position.
Well, they're keeping it on the ground, Tom. A combined 15 punts. Now this is going to be a pass for Johnson. Going to throw it deep. Incomplete.
But
False start. Offense.
In these conditions. Johnson going to throw it deep again. Incomplete.
against the run in this game.
Johnson with time through the hands of Chafin.
Coaches feel the same way.
The better punter might win the game. Didn't think that would be an issue coming into tonight. Line. Green has a hole at the 10. Sean Nixon in as the Wildcat quarterback. He'll keep it.
And at least you get the numbers right.
Nixon will keep it. And Boykin throwing a jump ball. And it's almost intercepted.
They went up the middle, it'd be open.
That punt may have been blocked. Ball on the 35-yard line. Shock Linwood. He gets shocked. Off play action. Johnson looking deep. Going to take a shot into the end zone. Baylor 2 of 13. They're going to run Chafin on 3rd and long. And he's got the first down.
First down.
Johnson caping, and he gets swallowed this season. But they're inside the 25 for 2nd down. Chafin running left. It's now to tie the game in the 2nd quarter. Johnson lost the ball. Recovered by Baylor, or no, recovered by TCU this week at Oklahoma. Now Boykin to throw on 1st down. Listenby. But they're going to put the ball in his hands and try to win the game, his final home game. Boykin gets it out. Goes to the top quarterback in college football. 3rd and 7. Can Boykin make a play? And a pass high.
Hawthorne decide to field this punt or let it drop.
And Hawthorne will field it. First collegiate start. He's the 3rd string quarterback. Former receiver.
Needs to be, when he's throwing that deep ball, just don't overthrow your receiver. Give him a chance to come up and make a catch.
Bottom of your screen matched up against O'Mealy. Here's Chafin straight ahead. Here's Chafin. And he's got it. And a downpour. Jefferson between the tackles. 2 picks in the game. Here's Jefferson.
% conversion.
Johnson gets hit and overthrows.
To rush the passer when you can't get your own footing.
Galitz catches it, gets rid of it. And that's a great bounce inside the 10 line. Boykin to throw from his goal line and into traffic.
Better execution out of his offense.
Now this is a nightmare for play calling, and this Porter has stepped up in his absence. Here's 3rd and 3. Boykin out of the backfield. Bryson Burtnett is the long snapper.
False start. Offense.
Been great.
That one on the money to Perry. And this is a liner. Takes a TCU bounce, but then the ground slows it down. Offensive touchdown since the midway point of the 1st quarter. Johnson going to look for one here. Airing it out into traffic. Broken up.
Players a chance.
Seems like they get away from it though. Good job. Run play on 3rd and long. Snapping the ball to Galitz. Turpin under it. Makes the fair catch. First down for TCU on its 10. They're going to run Hicks off the left side. Makes a man miss at the 15. Hicks still going. Hicks running right this time. Past the 30, 65 coming in. Pitch to Hicks on 2nd and 4. Cuts it back. Has the first down. Here's Aaron Green trying to find a hole. It's not there. A defensive touchdown. A fumble recovery by Josh Caraway. Penalty marker down. Here's Green. And Boykin to throw. Has time. And lobs it downfield. It's nearly intercepted. Is it 2? 3-man rush. Boykin stepping up and running. Boykin to the outside. Gets a block. Alive of a Big 12 title and a college football playoff spot. As the
Fumble.
ball was fumbled, and then Oakman almost took down the punter Perry back at the 30-yard line. Final 5 minutes of regulation. And the ball's on the ground, a fumble, and TCU has it.
Struggle with the football.
Here's Hicks off the right edge. Across midfield, fully have it. Here's Hicks, or make that Boykin off the fake, trying to get the first down. From the 44 of Baylor, another run. Here's Hicks, no running room. Upended to go in regulation. Hicks trying to find a hole, stood up. Here's 3rd and long, Boykin in trouble. They're trying to set the screen up. Hicks with the catch and a great play because they don't want to make a mistake deep in their own end. Perry's punt will bounce at the 10, and it's about the ball, not the feet, but shotgun. They hand it off, and out of the end zone. Snap to Johnson. He'll hand it off. Chafin. He'll hand it off to Chafin. Keeps the feet moving. Chafin shakes a couple of tacklers here tonight. Chafin off the right side, crosses the 30. Corey Coleman in the backfield. They're going to pitch it to Coleman, and he's taken down. Play clock down to 1, and they're taking a knee.
Gained 22 carries.
And Chafin will keep it on the ground as the quarterback Johnson picks up the first down. From the 15-yard line, here's Chafin, tight end. Feuerbacher's in the backfield to help block. Jefferson inside the 10, stood up and on the ground. Yes, they will. Jefferson inside the 5. Jefferson slips. Johnson keeping, and he's not going to get it. To throw the ball, they will. And here's the jump pass. It's caught. 7-point lead. TCU will get a shot. That was a high snap. Opening quarter. And Boykin gonna keep. He has no running room. Boykin to throw, and he's gonna throw short. And short, running the ball. Boykin's gonna throw, moving around. Boykin looking into double coverage, and there was contact and a flag. Again, the microphone not working for first things first. They got to get in the end zone. Here's a pitch to Turpin, trying to get in. He hit the pylon. Again, we can't hear, but they're saying that he was actually short of the goal line. But we can't hear why. We're not getting the explanation, but they're saying that he was short of the goal line. And Boykin keeps. He's in. This to send it to a second overtime. It's good. And here comes a reverse, and Turpin was looking to throw. Now he takes off inside the 20 and steps out of bounds. And a big hole off the right side for Hicks. It's Hicks again, and he is knocked down in the backfield. Hand it off to Green, ran into a teammate, and Green is wrapped up. Baylor rushes 3. Boykin looking, end zone wide open. Oberkron, the kicker.
I'd be the same way.
Here's Chafin, and he gets leveled. Chafin again, no running room. He's going to keep it. And he is close to the first down. 35 pounds. He's going to hand it off to Chafin. He's taken down for a loss. TCU wins.